You're not too late on AI, but you're almost too late right now. While most people are still scrolling social media, arguing online, living normal life, a small group of people are quietly positioning themselves for one of the biggest technological shifts in human history. And many people don't even realize it's happening yet, because artificial intelligence does not feel real to most people yet. To them, AI is still just funny pictures, chatbots, homework tools, cool apps, but behind the scenes, AI is already changing the economy. Companies are restructuring around it. Jobs are being replaced by it. Entire businesses are being built on top of it. And new millionaires are being created from it every single day. The scary part is, history has shown something very dangerous. The biggest opportunities usually happen before the crowd fully understands what's going on. That's when the internet happened. That's when social media happened. That's when smartphones happened. And now, artificial intelligence may become an even bigger shift than all of them combined. Because AI is not just changing one industry, it's touching everything: finance, healthcare, entertainment, education, marketing, military systems, coding, content creation, business operations, customer service, even human relationships. That's what makes this different. This is not just another app, this is infrastructure for the future economy. And once you understand that, you start realizing why some people are moving so aggressively into AI right now, because they believe this may become one of the biggest wealth creation moments of our generation. Now let's be honest, some people watching this are already feeling something right now. Pressure, that feeling of, what if I'm falling behind? And honestly, that fear makes sense, because every major technological revolution creates two groups of people: the people who adapt early, and the people who realize too late what was happening. Think about the internet in the early 2000s. Most people underestimated it. They thought it was just websites, email, funny videos, but a small number of people saw something bigger. Amazon, Google, YouTube, social media, entire empires were quietly being built while most people were still confused about what the internet even was. Now think about social media itself. At one point, people laughed at content creators. People thought YouTube wasn't serious. People thought posting videos online was a waste of time. Now creators are building million-dollar businesses from bedrooms. That's how fast technology changes the world. And AI may move even faster, because AI accelerates itself. That's the part most people don't understand. Artificial intelligence helps build better artificial intelligence, which means the speed of improvement may become explosive. A few years ago, AI struggled to write basic sentences. Now it writes scripts, builds software, creates videos, clones voices, generates realistic images, edits content, analyzes markets, and assists businesses at scale. That progression happened incredibly fast, and it's still early. Now imagine where this technology could be in 5 years, or 10. Imagine AI tools becoming deeply integrated into daily life. AI assistants helping businesses run entire operations. AI automating jobs humans spent decades training for. AI-powered companies operating with tiny teams. One person using AI tools doing the work that once required entire departments. That future sounds crazy, until you realize parts of it are already happening right now. And that's why people are rushing toward AI. Because once businesses realize they can save time, save money, increase productivity, and scale faster using AI, they adopt it aggressively. Businesses do not ignore efficiency, especially when competitors are moving faster because of it. Now let's talk about money, because this is where things become very real. Artificial intelligence is creating entirely new economic opportunities. AI startups are exploding. AI software companies are growing rapidly. AI creators are building audiences quickly. AI automation agencies are appearing everywhere. AI stock valuations are skyrocketing. And investors are paying attention, because markets follow growth always. Where growth goes, money follows. And right now, money is flooding into artificial intelligence. Governments are investing billions. Corporations are investing billions. Venture capital is pouring into AI companies at historic levels. And the reason is simple: nobody wants to be left behind, because people understand something massive may be happening. Now here's where things become uncomfortable. AI may create enormous wealth, while simultaneously making many people feel financially insecure. Because AI is not only creating opportunities, it is also increasing competition. The same AI tools creating millionaires may also replace jobs. That creates tension. Excitement mixed with fear, hope mixed with uncertainty, and honestly, that's what every major technological revolution feels like. People are excited about opportunity, while also terrified of being replaced. Now think about content creation alone. One person with AI tools can now write scripts, generate thumbnails, clone voices, edit videos, create images, automate workflows, and produce content at incredible speed. A few years ago, that required teams. Now it can happen from a laptop. That changes the economics completely. Small creators can suddenly compete at levels that once required entire companies. That's why some people are getting rich quickly from AI. Not necessarily because they are geniuses, but because they moved early. Because timing matters in technological revolutions. The people who recognize change early usually gain the biggest advantage. Now let's talk about jobs. Because many people secretly feel something right now. They feel unstable, even if they don't say it out loud. Because for the first time in history, humans are beginning to compete against intelligence itself. Not just machines doing physical labor, intelligence. That changes everything. AI can now write, design, analyze, translate, code, edit, and communicate. That creates pressure across entire industries, and people know it, even if they pretend they don't. Now here's the interesting part. AI probably will not destroy all jobs overnight, but it will transform almost every industry. That's the real shift. The worker using AI may become dramatically more productive than the worker refusing to adapt, and companies will notice that quickly, which means future workers may not compete only against AI, but against humans using AI more effectively. That creates a new type of economy, an economy where adaptability becomes one of the most valuable skills on Earth. Now think about students today. Many are preparing for careers that may look completely different within 10 years. That's a strange reality, because historically, people trained for stable systems, but AI is changing systems rapidly, which means flexibility may become more important than memorization. The people who survive this shift may not necessarily be the smartest. They may simply be the most adaptable. History rewards adaptation, always. Now let's zoom out even further, because this may become bigger than technology itself. AI could reshape economics, education, work, creativity, business, communication, and even social status. Imagine a world where small teams using AI outperform giant corporations. Imagine teenagers building AI businesses from bedrooms. Imagine creators becoming media companies. Imagine one person running operations that once required hundreds of employees. That changes wealth distribution dramatically, and honestly, we are already seeing early signs of it. Now here's another uncomfortable truth. Many people still think they have unlimited time to figure this out, but technology does not wait. That's the dangerous part. The internet moved quickly, social media moved quickly, AI may move even faster, and once systems become fully integrated into business infrastructure, the gap between people who adapted early, and people who ignored it, could become enormous. That's why this moment matters. Because right now, we may still be in the early advantage phase, the phase where learning AI still creates leverage, the phase where opportunities still exist before saturation fully arrives, the phase before everybody starts chasing the same thing. And history has shown that once the crowd fully arrives, the easiest money is usually gone. Now that does not mean everybody watching this becomes a millionaire from AI. Of course not. Every technological boom creates hype too. Scams, overvaluation, bad ideas, people chasing trends blindly, that always happens. But inside every major hype cycle, there are also real opportunities, real shifts, real winners. And artificial intelligence feels too important to ignore completely. Now ask yourself something honestly. What happens if AI becomes as important as electricity? Or the internet itself? What happens if future businesses cannot survive without it? What happens if entire industries become dependent on AI infrastructure? That possibility is exactly why investors are moving aggressively right now, because they understand something important. The future economy may be built on top of artificial intelligence, and if that happens, the people positioned early could benefit massively. Now let's talk about fear for a second, because many people watching this are probably feeling two emotions at the same time: excitement and fear. Excitement about opportunity, fear about falling behind. That emotional combination is powerful, because deep down, people know the world is changing, even if they cannot fully explain how yet. That feeling is real, and honestly, the people paying attention right now are probably ahead of most people already, because most people still underestimate AI completely. They still think this is temporary hype, but technological revolutions usually look like hype in the beginning, until suddenly, they become infrastructure. That's what happened with the internet. That's what happened with smartphones, and AI may follow the same pattern. Now here's the most important thing: do not panic. Panic creates bad decisions. Blindly chasing trends creates bad decisions too. The goal is not to become obsessed with AI overnight. The goal is to understand where the world may be heading, and position yourself intelligently. Learn, adapt, experiment, pay attention, competition because the future rewards people who prepare early, not people who react late. And right now, we may still be early enough for preparation to matter, but maybe not for much longer, because once the world fully understands how important AI may become, competition will explode, and the easiest opportunities may disappear. That's why this moment feels so important, not because AI already finished changing the world, but because it may only be beginning. And if that's true, then humanity may be standing at the beginning of one of the biggest economic transformations in modern history. The internet created millionaires, social media created millionaires, artificial intelligence may create an entirely new class of people who understand the future before everyone else does, and the people who recognize that shift early may completely change their lives because of it. You're not too late on AI, but honestly, you might be closer to late than you think. Like and subscribe to AI New Money now for more. Thanks for watching.